Hello, Virgo, Sun, Moon, Rising, as well as Venus placements. Thank you for being a time traveler. Let's take a look at your full moon in Gemini message. Keep in mind, it is a collective general reading. It is not individualized nor personalized to you. Messages may come through today that do not fully resonate. And if that happens, don't get upset. It just means that one message is meant for someone else watching. So take what fits, how it fits, and be sure to check out your other placements. With all of that said, let's begin. Tapping into the Virgo collective now for Virgo, Sun, Moon, Rising, as well as Venus placements. What is the full moon in Gemini message here for Virgo? One more shuffle here. Thank you. Meditate. The bottom of the deck, you have good fortune. Right behind good fortune, you have release. Okay. Tell me more about this here. For Virgo, Sun, Moon, Rising, as well as Venus. Let's get a Moonology card here for Virgo. And then we'll get into tarot for you. Meditate. Good fortune. Someone watching needs to know that they will be okay. I'm looking at almost this okay symbol here in the meditation. So if you're going through a difficult time, I want to tell you everything will be okay. One more shuffle here. Thank you. Bring love into this situation. New moon in Aquarius. Bottom of the deck, we have a time for healing. Balsamic moon. So I feel like I have a group of you here where you're waiting or hoping that your luck will turn around. Waiting, hoping, praying that your luck will turn around, that you will have good fortune, whether it's in career and finance, love and romance, or something else that you're working on, or another connection in your life. Tell me about this here for Virgo. Meditate, good fortune, bring love into the situation, excuse me, and a time for healing. One more shuffle here. Thank you. 8 of Cups, 4 of Wands, 9 of Wands, and the 2 of Swords. Bottom of the deck, the Emperor, the Knight of Wands, and the Page of Cups. That leaves the 8 of Pentacles, the Death card, and Queen of Pentacles here at the bottom of the deck. I feel like I've tapped into a group of you where you feel like you're aimlessly wandering. Aimlessly wandering through life. And that doesn't mean that your life isn't interesting or that you don't have anything important going on. But you could feel like, I don't really know what my purpose is, right? I wake up every day and I do ABC and XYZ and I come home. It's like the same routine, you know what I mean? And it's kind of like, what am I living for? I don't think you're questioning being alive. I think you're questioning, what am I supposed to do with this time? What am I supposed to do? What is my purpose? I don't want to feel like I'm aimlessly wandering or I'm going to the same job, you know what I mean? Doing the same work every day and feeling wounded and feeling weary. And so I feel like I've tapped into a group of you where you're almost questioning at this time. And maybe that's what the full moon in Gemini is triggering for you. Is this kind of reflective feeling here of like, well, what am I supposed to do with my life? What am I here for? It has to be more than dealing with this or dealing with that. I'm taking that 8 of Cups card of feeling like I'm wandering, I'm in search of happiness. And again, it could be happiness in terms of your career, happiness in terms of love, overall happiness, just contentment. But I kind of feel like you're searching for your purpose. I've tapped into a group of Virgos where you are searching for your purpose. You're starting to ask, what is this all for? What am I here for? Hello, God, universe, source. You know, what do you want me to do? What am I supposed to do here? Tell me about that 8 of Cups. One more shuffle here. Thank you. Temperance, 2 of Wands, and the 8 of Wands. It's almost like you're asking God or the universe to tell you what the next step should be or what you're here to do. What is your intended purpose in this life, or what is your soul's mission? It's like if someone could just tell me, I'll move forward on it. I'll do it. I'll learn it. I'll do it. I'll be it. But I don't think the answer resides in you getting the idea because, you know, source is just, you're going to wake up one day and be like, okay, now I know what I'm going to do. Like, I know you're waiting for that. I've tapped into a group of you where you're like, oh God, just tell me what do I have to do? Right? Just what's this decision here that I need to make? What am I supposed to do with my life? But I feel like you're supposed to meditate because that answer is different for all of you. You're not going to find it in a tarot reading. And you won't wake up one day and miraculously have the answer. The answer is within. The answer of what you're supposed to do with your life is within. It took me 49 years to realize my calling was tarot, was this, that I had an inherent gift that I kept shutting out and shoving down and suppressing. And it took me to go through a lot in life to get to where, you know, to where I am, or at least to the day where I went, oh my God, this is what I was made to do. This is my calling. But I found the answer within. It didn't come from an external source. And I think some of you are, I get this hoping, praying, just tell me what I'm supposed to be here for. What am I supposed to do? And then I'll go off and do it. Four of Wands. Tell me about the Four of Wands. Tell me about the Four of Wands here. It's like in the background of the Four of Wands, these people are like celebrating, having fun. They're having a party. But the three people here in the front, they're literally laboring. They're working. And so that's what I feel. I feel like I've tapped into a group of you. Like, I don't just want to go through life having a party or having fun. And I want to know what I'm here to do. What am I here to work on? Why am I on this earth? It can't, like I said, it can't just be to go to work and deal with this 9-to-5 job, or, you know, there has to be something more. I think you're looking for purpose. Six of Swords, the Moon, and the Six of Pentacles. Bottom of the deck, King of Swords shows themselves again. You're looking for clarity. What am I supposed to do with my time here on earth? What direction am I supposed to go in? I wonder if your good fortune, your good dharma, good karma, actually comes from you helping others. I think that's what you're not seeing, Virgo. I think you are meant, the Virgo collective is meant to heal others. It's meant to bring love into the world, right? New Moon Aquarius. Aquarius talks about the we, where Aries is a little bit more, talks about the me, right? The Emperors talks about the me. But Aquarius keeps showing themselves here in that King of Swords, is talking about the we. So I think for some of you, your purpose here in this life is to help others heal, to help others adjust their life. Tell me about the Two of Swords. It's interesting. In one of the Two of Swords decks that I have, and I can't remember which one it is now, the individual is, or at least their belief, you know, is I have to do this or I have to do this. But behind them is an island. And it's like, have you thought about the possibility that there's a third option? That you don't have to do A or B? And I feel like this is the third option that you haven't seen before. Tell me about the Two of Swords. And you have more option than just one or two when it comes to how you can heal others. One more shuffle here. Thank you. Two of Swords is clarified by the Tower, the Seven of Pentacles, and the Magician. Bottom of deck, King of Swords shows themselves again. That's the third time. There's something here about you, excuse me, either using your language, like your ability to speak, your verbal communication style, We have the Magician here. You are the Magician. You are also ruled by Mercury. So for some of you, this could actually be speaking, like becoming a speaker, becoming someone that other people listen to, speaking from a place of authority and from a place of experience. This is like healing the world through communication or through your intellect. And your communication and your intellect comes from your past experiences. So I don't even feel like you need to be extraordinarily well educated with this. I feel like this is you. There's a particular experience that each of you have had in your life that, for good or for bad, whatever that experience was, it's made you a bit of an authority on it because you survived. You survived. I notice my throat keeps going now. I feel like this is what you need to do. You need to like speak about this communication. I think you can help heal the world. Some of you have survived the loss of a child. Some of you have survived the loss of your childhood. Someone very significant in your life. I feel like you are meant to share that experience or those experiences with the world. Post shadow. Mercury retrograde is getting the better of me there, Virgo. You're meant to share that past experience or plural experiences with the world. I believe that is your calling. And I think if you were to meditate on this, that it would come to you. This is knowledge or experience that you have had that is unique to you based upon past experiences. And this has been locked away inside of you for a long time. Like the key to your financial abundance is sharing what happened back there. Either your experience or how you survived it or how you're thriving today because of it or in spite of it. The Emperor looking at the Knight of Wands to the Page of Cups. I mean, this would be taking the inspired action to help people heal the loss of a child, Page of Cups, or their childhood wounds, or something that happened in adolescence. Maybe some reckless decisions you made. We all make them. Some impulsive decisions you made when you were younger, or you believe you were less mature back then. Whatever this particular topic is for you, you are an emperor when it comes to it. You are very well knowledged and very well skilled, not because you learned it from a book, but because you lived it with your life. Wow, that was powerful. I didn't expect that message to come through for Virgo today. You're always surprising me. So I wouldn't look up to the sky for an answer of what you're supposed to do with the rest of your life. The answer isn't up in the sky. The answer is within you. And if you sat on that long enough and meditated on it, you would know I'm right. Emperor to the Knight of Wands to the Page of Cups. Tell me more about this here. One more shuffle here. Thank you. The Empress. This is nurturing. This is healing. Helping people heal. Again, either the loss of a child, and it doesn't even have to be lost child. I could be speaking to a Virgo where, yes, maybe you lost a child. You can help other grieving parents, right? Or family members. Maybe for some of you, there was an inability to get pregnant or help your partner get pregnant. So there could have been an issue here in regards to conception of a child or the adoption of one or the fostering of one. For others of you, it goes back to childhood or adolescent wounds, either that you experienced because of the reckless action of someone in your life or because of your own reckless decisions because you were just too immature back then, like we all were. But you possess knowledge that does not come from a book. And if you were to share it with the world, you would help heal the world. Knight of Pentacles and the Devil. You would help heal the world for the long run. Based upon this tragic or toxic or damaging at the time situation, environment, or connection or experience that you had. And it would create for you long-term, sustainable financial reward or results. And I'm not saying to capitalize on your pain or your experiences, but people would see the value in what you have to offer, that they would pay you. Whether they would pay you because of a subscription-based channel that you have, or you're writing a book, or they're paying you to be a guest speaker on their show. You would make long-term financial wealth for yourself if you were to move in this direction. 10 of Swords, the 7 of Wands, and the 3 of Cups. This is helping people heal experiences that they're currently going through, that for one reason or another, happiness eludes them because of it. They haven't found their way out of the 10 of Swords. The 10 of Swords is blocking their 3 of Cups. So you would help restore happiness and contentment, literally to the collective, to the world. Anything else Virgo needs to know about this? Well, why don't we ask this? If you're a Virgo watching and you're like, I have been feeling called to do this, how can Virgo begin doing this? It's really easy to say, yeah, just go out there and help the world. But how does Virgo actually do this? One more shuffle here. Thank you. King of Cups. 7 of Wands. Queen of Swords. Bottom of the deck, Ace of Pentacles. This opportunity, Ace of Swords right behind it. Ace of Pentacles, Ace of Swords. This is either creating the opportunity for yourself, like starting your own YouTube channel, or start writing the book, or start communicating with people who do have successful outlets or channels, and communicating with them your experience and how you would like to be a guest speaker on their show. It starts with you. You'll need to take the initiative to create this opportunity. But if you were to do that, this ends up being very financially abundant for you. The only thing that would block this good fortune is, oh my God, I realized the release card was behind that. That's how you accumulate this good fortune, this financial wealth for yourself, is by helping people release something, pain, grief, disappointment, addiction, the same way you did, or overcome obstacles the same way you did. And there's no shame in making money. No one's saying you need to take advantage of people, but you certainly have the right to utilize this experience to be able to keep your lights on and your house warm in the winter time and food on your table. There's a difference between surviving and help because you're helping people thrive. There's another where you're taking full advantage. This isn't taking full advantage. This is helping the world heal. And God's saying, or source, universe, whatever you call it, yeah, Virgo, this is what you're meant to do. And I understand that you have to keep the lights on and the house warm and food on the table. So you can utilize this to make money for yourself. As long as you're not taking advantage of people, and you're doing this because you're feeling called, like it is your mission and your purpose to bring love into the world, into these various situations, because you're thinking of the collective we and not just the me, then it's okay to make the money. It's okay to make the money if you're making money because you're taking care of the we. It's a lot different than just taking care of me. So this opportunity here is yours for the creating. So if you're wondering what you're supposed to do with your life, I would figure out that one difficult experience, and some of you have had several, that you overcame, or you found a way around it, or you healed from it. And start asking yourself, when you were going through it, how beneficial would it have been to have had a Virgo knock on your door or enter your world via TV or cell phone or, the internet, and be like, hi, I'm Virgo and I went through blah, blah, blah. And this is how I came through it. Like, you would have been like, oh, wow, there's hope. Oh, if they could do it, I could do it. Oh, this is how they did it. Well, I could do that too. Or I could do something similar. Probably would have saved you days, weeks, months, years of heartache if someone would have stepped up back then and helped you through it. So it's like, because you survived this, your calling now is to give a hand up to those behind you. That's your good fortune. Yeah. Literally giving a hand up. Anything else Virgo needs to know about this, how they can begin? I think it's seeking out opportunities for you to do this. One would be, if this were my reading, writing down those experiences honestly to yourself. It's only for yourself. And how did you get through them? What did you experience with them? And how did you get through them? And I would figure out a way, like I said, book, being a guest speaker on radio shows, podcasts, broadcasting different, channels, stations, news, YouTube channels, different online platforms where they have those types of engagements with the public in regards to that topic. Why not sell yourself in a way as being a speaker? Because you certainly have the experience for this. You've lived it and you overcame it. So the first thing I would do is write down what you've gone through, what you went through. Don't just 3 words. Okay, I overcame blank. Okay, well, what were the details of blank? And how did you really overcome it? And type it out or write it out or speak it. You can record yourself if you need to. Some of you would even benefit from writing like a self-help book for some people. Anything else about this? One more shuffle. Thank you. Speaking in community groups. The 5 of Cups, the 10 of Cups, and the Ace of Wands. This is beautiful. We've seen 3 of the 4 aces on the table. The Ace of Pentacles, the Ace of Swords, and the Ace of Wands. The only thing missing was the Ace of Cups, the love. Bring love into the situation. The reason why we didn't see the Ace of Cups is because it resides within you. You have the love that you can share with the world to help heal the world, to help move the world forward, to help people deal with remorse, regret, grief, circumstances beyond their control, bad decisions, patterns, addictions, losses. Restore happiness, restore 10 of Cups to a world right now that's existing in the 5 of Cups. And you can do this. Queen of Cups, 3 of Pentacles, 5 of Wands, 6 of Cups. And again, we have the King of Swords. You can do this based upon your past experiences, your strife, the grief, the losses. This is something you can literally start working on today. It's a time, I feel here a need to say to you, like, it's time for the world to heal. And it's time for the Virgo Collective to be the leader when it comes to that. Let's get you any advice. Queen of Pentacles and the 5 of Swords. Yeah, helping people deal with tension, loss, conflict, defeat. Helping reground people, restabilize people. And really bringing joy back into the world. Any final messages here for Virgo in respect to this message? King of Wands. Take the inspired action, baby. Start today. Start today. One more shuffle here. Thank you. Two of Wands, the planning stage. Knight of Swords, so you can take action based upon your past experiences. I'm telling you, there's something here about you communicating this to the world to help heal the world. Three of Swords. It is Six of Pentacles, Six of Pentacles. The biggest gift you can give the world. And if at any moment in time you wondered, God, why did I have to go through that? It's so you can now help people who are going through that. That's what I have for you, Virgo. That is your full moon in Gemini message. The healed, becoming a healer. Yeah, if you're wondering what to do with the rest of your life, help heal the world. That's what I have for you, Virgo. If you like that message, it resonates with you, you want to claim all or part of it, please be sure to click like, share, and subscribe. Hype the video if you can. Thank you once again for being a Time Traveler member. I know $24.99 a month is a lot of money, depending on where you live in the world, you know, and what the economic situation is for your region of the world. I understand that. I really struggled with the price point for the monthly offering. And I had to take a lot of things into account. I had to take into account that if the price is $24.99, YouTube takes $10.49 or $10.45. And that leaves me with like 14 and change. And then after state taxes and federal taxes, I'm left with less than $10. And I thought, geez, for me to put out 4 additional readings a month for $10, because I don't know if I'm going to get one subscriber, 10 or 100. I thought $24.99 was fair. And I hope that in time, as these readings, you know, are released, that you see the value in that as well. So I thank you very much for spending your hard-earned money on becoming a member. I really do appreciate your support. If you are an Apple user, meaning you use the Apple device to purchase a subscription, you may have been charged an additional fee that does not come to me or YouTube. That is an Apple payment processing fee. It could be anywhere from $3 to $5. So some of you paid $29.99 for the membership. If you wanted to avoid that in the future, you could cancel your membership and sign up using a non-Apple device or a web browser. And that would give you the original price of $24.99. And it doesn't sound like a big difference, but it is, right? At the end of the year, it's 60 bucks if you can save the $5 a month. So it might be something some of you want to do come January. But that is what I have for you. Thank you so much for being here today. And until I read for you again, Virgo, I am wishing you light, love, and peace.